Hey there, Mary Sheila here. And I get asked a lot, why do you want to limit sodium? And where is it in the diet? And what's the deal with blood pressure? Sodium is a mineral found in salt, and it can have negative effects on our blood pressure. When you consume too much sodium, your body is going to retain water that will help you to dilute the excess sodium in your bloodstream. And this can increase the amount of fluid in your blood vessels, leading to an increase in blood pressure. Over time, this can put a strain on the heart and blood vessels, leading to an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. The American Heart Association recommends that adults aim for a sodium intake of no more than 2,300 milligrams per day and an ideal limit of no more than 1,500 milligrams per day for most adults, particularly those that already have high blood pressure. So foods that are high in sodium include processed foods such as canned soups, frozen meats, snack foods, and fast food, and often restaurant meals. So salt really acts as a preservative. When it's in a can or in a package, it really helps to preserve that food and help it to taste good when you open it along the way so it can sit on a shelf for a long time. Also in restaurants, there's more salt added because they're trying to please the palates of everybody, and some people are really used to more processed, highly salted foods. And if somebody's drinking wine, that kind of numbs their taste buds a little bit, so the salt is added to make things taste even better. So it's really important to lower your intake of sodium that comes from processed foods. One way you can really optimize this whole process, okay, is this. You can actually cook your food at home with using very little salt, use herbs and spices. Then when you sit down to your plate of food, you can salt it to taste. If that's the only salt that you're using, like maybe in a few recipes and salting your food to taste, you're probably going to be right within the limit of what the recommendations are. But if you're adding chips and crackers and canned foods and canned soups and you're not really paying attention to the sodium intake in all those processed foods, you're probably going to go a lot higher than you should. Okay. So the more whole and complex your food is, the more you will be getting just the right amount of salt. And the other important piece is a lot of salt that we have available to us is highly processed white table salt. If you can look for a colored salt, a gray salt, a mountain salt, there's a lot of different salts. If you can see where a salt and find its destination, oh, this salt comes from this sea salt or this ocean salt or this mountain salt comes from this specific place, and you see a little color in it, that is a salt to choose. That is a salt to taste on your plate, and you should be much better. But when you do begin to lower your sodium intake, especially white refined table salt found in processed foods, you're going to help to lower your blood pressure and reduce your risk of heart disease and stroke. And that is really what we want to do. So thank you for watching. Thanks for being a part of the community, and I'll see you next time.